Hi everybody, my name's Annette Eros and I'm the new president here at Carondelet High School. I'd like to welcome you to our new academic school year and to our back to school night. So thanks for being here and joining us. I have to tell you, the last time I started a school year here at Carondelet, I was a student. So I'm thrilled to be back in this leadership capacity to carry on the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph through this ministry and education. And I really look forward to meeting you and your daughters in our time here together at Carondelet. I also want to thank those of you who have reached out to us to share your appreciation for the efforts that you see here on campus. The faculty and staff over the last 6 months have really been outdoing themselves to make sure that we're tackling these circumstances head on and making the most of our opportunity to carry forward and do what we do here best at Carondelet. So we appreciate those of you who have reached out and shared your thoughts. It means a lot to us while we're all working so hard to do what we need to do. In addition to safety, our focus really has been on academics, and I think that's what you're going to learn tonight is what the expectations are for your daughters, what we expect of ourselves, and we have kept our expectations high. And now that we have the structure that we need to move forward through the school year, no matter what the circumstances are, whether it's distance learning, hybrid, or hopefully sooner than later our full back to campus opportunity, we have that structure in place and we know that it will support us moving forward. So now we have the luxury to look forward and plan what we can do for your daughters to enhance their academic experience, which we're looking at opportunities on campus that will help them socialize, help them form groups and relationships together, and all the special things that happen here on campus that we know make Carondelet unique and wonderful. And that includes student life activities, campus ministry, sports, leadership opportunities, and we're even throwing in some new fun electives that might not be traditional. But we'll be able to roll those out in the next couple weeks. But again, as I mentioned, tonight is about academics, and that's going to be our focus. The pandemic has thrown us a few curveballs, and that includes, as an institution, some financial curveballs that we're facing. And with some of our fundraising, our efforts have either been canceled or postponed or reimagined to happen under these circumstances, and that's really left us a gap in funding. And aside from a loss of income, we have been awarding more financial aid to the families that need it, really a lot of them because of the pandemic, and we want to make sure that we keep the Carondelet community intact, and that's very important to us. Also, we've invested in software and hardware technology to make sure that we have the best possible distance learning experience for all of us, and also really investing in safety across campus and making sure that when we get back to campus that it is ensuring the safety of our faculty and our staff so that we can stay on campus and embrace that opportunity. And with our annual budget, we are reliant on contributed income and your generosity. And when we set our budget, tuition covers about 90% of our annual operating costs. And of that 90% of those set costs are personnel. And as you can imagine, as I've mentioned, everybody's working harder and longer and more diligently than ever, and it doesn't really make sense for us to cut back on personnel. We actually wouldn't really be able to deliver on your expectations and our own expectations if we did that. So we really are making a concerted effort to succeed and meet everybody's expectations, and we appreciate your understanding that we are really doing more with less right now. I also hope this helps you understand that how important our current fundraising efforts are. And if you have the ability to really consider contributing, whether it's through our parent fund that is open right now, or our Cougar Classic, or Visions of Christmas coming in the fall, or any other things, opportunities that present themselves throughout the year, fundraising is important, and we really count on it every year, this year more so than ever. So, with that, though, we remain committed to offering those value-added opportunities for your daughters to make sure that they adapt and grow and flourish, not only now, but in the years to come. One of the best ways that we can teach resilience is by demonstrating it ourselves. And we know that we're all experiencing new challenges this year, and we're getting through them together. And I can tell you, it makes me feel better knowing that we're all hoping for the same thing. We're all hoping for the best for our kids. And, you know, I'm a parent myself. I've got 2 girls. One's a senior in high school and the other's in 8th grade. And I can tell you that all the decisions we make as administrators, many of us are parents, and we're looking through the lens of an administrator as well as a parent. I think we understand what you're all hoping for, and knowing that we're all hoping for the same things really means a lot to us. So we appreciate your partnership as we continue to navigate through this school year. And this back to school night is just another thing that looks a little different for us as we move into the school year. So we hope that this format gives you the information that you're looking for so that we can manage our expectations and understand what it is we're trying to do in the classroom, and that you can be great partners with us in your daughter's educations. With that, I'd like to introduce you to our principal, Kevin Cushing, who's going to give you a little bit more details about what to expect in the coming school year. So thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Annette. Just wanted to share some information with people. Again, I want to reiterate our message that we are going to get students back on campus as soon as we are allowed, once we get off that 14-day watch list. I know we've messaged that repeatedly, but that still is our goal, and we are most anxious to move into that next phase. I do want to take this opportunity to share some academic information with you, however. Starting off with our cohorts. I've received some questions as to why we're able to run athletics cohorts, and the answer is simple. It's because we were allowed to. So CIF and NCS and the county has allowed for that kind of outdoor activity, and once that opportunity arose, we jumped on it because, again, we're trying to get our students together in a safe way as much as we possibly can. We are still precluded from doing on-campus learning. That's still prohibited by the county, and I want everyone to know that. You received a message in last Sunday's e-news about our trying to form on-campus cohorts. Those are strictly designed for extracurricular or student kinds of activities to create student connections and community building. So we will move forward with that. There are, again, specific protocols and guidelines in place. But if we're allowed to create those stable cohorts with an adult leader to provide an opportunity for students to gather in any way, we are going to take advantage of that. And that's something that we proposed to the county over a month ago. We've now received those guidelines, so we will be moving forward with that as well. But again, we are not allowed to do on-campus learning as of yet. So that's kind of our update on our cohorting and what we're able to do with bringing students on campus. Even in the midst of this pandemic, we are very confident in the learning expectations and outcomes that we can create through our distance learning program. We've talked about this before as well. The reason that we can provide letter grades is because we can see that students are acquiring content and that they are learning in a fantastic way. And I would actually encourage you, as part of Back to School Night, to really go in and explore some of the Schoology courses and pages that you're going to see from your teachers. There's a lot more interaction and there's a lot more unique real-world learning than I think people realize can happen in this kind of asynchronous and in this kind of distance learning environment. But it's pretty remarkable what some of your students are doing in their classes. We're very proud of some of the statistics that we received from last year. Once again, 100% of our students from last year's graduating class are attending either a 2 or 4 year college. So our graduation rate can't get any higher. And as a college prep school, we're very proud of that. Over 20%, again, last year, of our senior athletes signed national letters of intent, which is a remarkable figure. And again, with our athletics program, we strive to provide as much opportunity as we can for our young women. And for many of them, it's taking that next step and performing at the collegiate level. In terms of our AP classes, even though we went online, if you take all of our AP classes, our average pass rate for Carondelet students across the board is 7% higher than the average national pass rate. So our AP test scores and our AP teaching and learning is still off the charts. Our early college credit program, we had over 110 students take those courses last year, and now, in the past 5 years, we've had over 500 students take courses through the early college credit program. When we take the percentages of the schools that they attend in college, at the very least, we estimate that we have saved, over that 5-year time period, $800,000 in tuition costs related to units and credits. So I encourage everyone to take advantage of that. Builds that college application and saves you money down the road and gets students ready for the college experience. That's what I have for now. Again, I hope you enjoy going through your teachers' classes. If you have any questions, please reach out. And I'll leave you with this. We are very hopeful and optimistic that we will get students back on campus soon. We are ready for that in terms of safety and in terms of our preparation. I can't encourage this enough. Please follow those protocols and guidelines so that we can get off that watch list, so we can get back to campus as soon as we can. Thank you very much.